I'm getting so sick of that shit. I'm getting so sick of that shit happening. And why doesn't OBS tell me when it does? It just stops streaming and doesn't tell me. Coming in high. What's our minimums? 7-1, which we are coming up on right now.
Approaching 1-9.
Right, minimums landing. A little high, but and we did verify the runway.
500. 400. Minimums.
Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing. Long landing.
Reverse. Reverse thrust engaged. Spoilers up. Auto braking 100 knots. 80 knots. Reverse idle 60 knots.
Now that was a nice one, Cap.
Remaining.
Alrighty, I'm gonna exit the runway and come to a stop and figure out what the fuck's going on with my stream.
Spoilers down.
Alright. This off the runway. Clean up.
Flaps up.
After landing checks.
Okay, after landing checks. Landing lights off. Strobe light switch off. Anti-ice. No, it's not right.
Alright. I'm gonna turn off this and this.
Anti-ice off. Flaps. Flaps up. Spoilers idle. Weather radar off.
Alright, I'm gonna
After
figure out
landing
what's
checks
going on with my
complete.
stream. Is it streaming again? It is. I've got to figure out why it should at least tell me when it drops like that. And it does it at the worst times. Like, I just happened to look over. The only indication I have that that's happening is my view count drops to 0. If my view count drops to 0, because there's always at least one viewer, and that's me, because I have freaking the stream manager on Firefox in the background. So I always have at least one viewer, but if that view count drops to 0, I know my stream has died. Other than that, OBS does not freaking tell me. And to the VOD watchers, if you're wondering why I end up with like 3 or 4 VODs for one stream session, that's why. Because it drops midway through, and I don't know what causes it. I have done everything I can. The bitrate is as low as it can really go. Alright, we'll take the second entrance into the ramp. Why is the terminal half invisible? There's just nothing but problems these days. Unable to play the fucking thing for a year and everything breaks. Alright, turn in. That light's not lined up with the tower. It's all fucking broken. Alright. Parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Brake pressure up.
Alright, APU gen on, engine gen's off, hydraulics off, bleed air to the APU, taxi light, and shut down. There's that. I'm gonna set that to fuel because we're gonna have to get refueled. Alrighty then. Time is it? What's my bit rate right now? 2.7. 1.8. It's usually around 2.7 to 2.9.
External power established.
Alright. Flip that off. Turn the APU off. Parking checks.
Okay, parking checks.
Okay. Parking checks. Parking brake.
Set. Correct.
Seatbelt sign.
Okay, off.
Electrical power.
Yep, set.
Fuel levers.
Cut off.
Beacon light switch.
That's off.
Fuel pump switches.
Set.
Pitot heat.
Is off.
Hydraulic pumps.
Off.
Flight director.
Yes, off.
Trim.
0 units.
Checklist complete.
3 units, actually. Alright, open the door, let them out.
Now that was an excellent flight.
Alright, packs are deboarding. Alright, let's review this flight. Scored 92, flight 4306 logged. Alright, 4306, on time, 10 out of 10. On time with no revisions, scheduled arrival, and good computer. Those are details. Our touchdown was 172 feet per minute. Not bad, although it was a bit of a long landing. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to let the packs get off. I will BRB real quick, and then we'll do the return.
Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. It's been our pleasure. Goodbye.
Okay, we do not have long before the departure for the next flight.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the details. It's the same call sign, 4306 KWYS to Salt Lake City. And the alternate is Boise is my go-to alternate. Departure time. The departure time is at 21:30. We'll be in a CRJ 200. Call sign SKW 4306. I'll use the same profile. Expecting three. Let's expect 3-4 left. With a, I'm gonna give it 15 minutes taxi out on both sides. Scheduled flight time 50 minutes plus 10. An hour 10 minutes. No passenger info yet. Okay. All right. Let's select destination. What do you mean not allow for this aircraft? Kilo Sierra Lima Charlie. We're not at 63 Charlie Alpha. Reset. All right, I'll just use the admin. Hold on. Make me do it the hard way. Alrighty. Flight dispatch. Select CRJ 200. Specify flight details. Head back to Salt Lake. Flight number is 4306. Departure time 21:30. Arrival time 22:40. And the airline is SkyWest SKW. List flights. Select. Either release. Cargo is 1.7. Passengers 50 packs again. Damn, full plane. All right. Analyze. Good. Generate flight. All right, view the PDF. I'll download that in a second. Let's download the PLN file. Cut this and paste it into the right folder. And go ahead and pre-file on VATSIM. 306 to Salt Lake, alternate Boise. Yep, that's us. File that. Flight plans filed. Download this into the Dropbox folder. All right, select flight plan. This one. Whether alternate is KBOI. Gate will be, yeah, Alpha 20 is fine. Flight time 1 hour 10 minutes. And our fuel 7747. Calc and commit. All right, log in. Flight 4306 to Salt Lake. Scheduled departure at 21:30. That is us. Let's go ahead and get the fuel truck over here. All right, close this. I need to refresh. There's our new OFB. Our fuel load is 7747. All right, they're going to refuel the airplane. Okay, when is this the current right one? Maybe I ask the Salt Lake. Yep. When is boarding time? Boarding starts at 2100, so in 5 minutes. Great, let's go ahead and get flight done. KWYS. Back to Salt Lake. iPad, where are you? Alright, our route is direct Targy, T-A-R-G-Y. Then direct DBS. And then via the Nordic 6 arrival. From DBS, expecting 3-4 left. Alright. I need to change the flight plan on Active Sky. And on little nav map as well. Now, there actually is a departure out of here. Looks like the low 1. I'm going to insert that. And the arrival, the 3-4 left, Nord 6, EBS transition, landing 3-4 left. I'm sorry. Flight plan. All right. Oh, I needed that actually. Okay, reserves is 4.2. Cost index 44. Cruising altitude, I think it's got it set too high again. Yeah, flight level 330. What's the real plane going to? 28. Let's go with what the real plane's going to. Cruise winds 290.85. Fine. I know they're not going to be the same, but ISO deviation -1. What's our cruise speed today? 0.81. Wow, 273.81. 273/0.81. Pretty quick, ain't it? 270/0.80. This one will be 280/0.8. Pretty speedy. Alright, they should be about done with fueling any minute now. Alright, let's do the pre-flight checks.
Pre-start checklist.
Okay, pre-start checks. Parking brake.
Set. Correct.
Circuit breakers.
Check.
Safety checks.
Completed.
Oxygen crew supply.
Tested.
Tested. Pressurization.
Yep. Set.
Display.
That's on.
Flight instruments.
Is checked.
Flight director.
Yep. It's on.
Fuel levers.
Cut off.
Pre-start checklist complete.
Alright, I'm just going to wait on them to get done with fueling. And we can start boarding. It was a quick in and out. Now, I actually think I'm going to... Let's see. Departs in 31 minutes, the real one. Alright. They are done with the fueling. 774, 7747. All right, they are ready. All right, boarding has begun. It should not take them very long to get on board. Again, it's 50 passengers. All right, let's review the SID to get out of here. All right, it's the Target 1 obstacle departure procedure. Hey, how you doing? Yappy Corona. Corona, how am I saying that? Yappy Corona, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? First time viewer, I see. Welcome to the BS that is this stream. Just a fair warning, I have a bad habit of dropping the stream, so it's my internet and there ain't much I can do about it. So if the stream just dies on you, I am sorry. I'll try to notice it as quick as I can and fix it. Alright, I think we're going to take off on the same runway we landed, so it's runway 19, climb direct Targi, then outbound bearing 190, left turn to cross Targi at or above 10,100, thence climb in visual conditions, cross Yellowstone airfield at or above 9,200. That's if we have to. Continue climb holding to 12,000 at Targi. So if we can cross Targi, let me look at little nav maps, see what the terrain looks like. So if we can cross Targi, if we're climbing good, which this is a RJ200, so it might not. Box 6634, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Can y'all hear me? Nothing much, really. All right, if we can outclimb that mountain, which is at 10,000, if it looks like we can outclimb it, we'll be good. All right, so we might not have to do that hold. All right, just wanted to make sure. Well, thank you both for the follow. How are you guys? Or gals? Or whatever you are on the spectrum. Oh, the button's over here. All right, how are we looking on boarding here? Almost done, about halfway done. All right, let's get the autopilot set up. Runway heading is like what's the runway heading here? $195. How much does this game cost? On Steam, this game's like 20 bucks maybe. It's not the new one though. If you want, you probably want the new one, which is MSFS 2020 or this Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's like $60 for the base version. There's higher tier versions that go up to a bunch. I'm expecting it to go on sale during the summer sale, which is when I'm going to pick that one up. This is the older one, good old FSX, for like 20 bucks. All right, and I already forgot that number. What was it? 195. Heading 195 is runway heading. You're with Kippy Corona looking for cool channels. Well, I hope you found one. I don't think I'm that cool really, but whatever. All right, I'm gonna set this up to 280 just to go ahead and climb up. Gut, men. All right, and speed. I'll hold 230 for the first stage of climb. All right, we're just waiting on the packs to finish getting on board, and we'll be ready to go. This is going to be a tricky departure with all these mountains around, but we should be able to outclimb them. We are a jet. Then again, This is an RJ2. Well, thank you guys for hanging out then. I hope you think I'm a cool channel. I don't think I'm a cool channel, but maybe I am. I don't know. This is the boring part of flying. Oh, they're almost done. Alrighty. 0 fuel weight. 43.3. Alright. What's our takeoff? We'll just use 95%.
Doors closed and we're ready.
Right. Go ahead and close the door. Okie dokie then. Let's get everything going. Our APU start. That to continuous. APU gen on. Hydraulics off. And bleed air is set to the APU still. Pack signs on. Beacon light on. Pump. Alright. Before start checks.
Before start checks.
Okay. Before
This game
start
is
check.
difficult. Starting out, if you've never done a flight
Running.
sim, they're
Fuel
all
sheet,
difficult.
Fuel quantity.
It depends on how you want to play
Check.
them. If you want to be silly and have fun, you
FMC.
can.
Set
If you
and
want to be
check.
serious, you can.
Takeoff data.
Assuming you want to
Check.
fly realistically,
Set.
yeah,
Off.
but it's really just I'd say it's more challenging
Cabin sign.
than difficult.
On and on.
Doors.
So if you like a
Closed.
good challenge,
Transponder.
Is set.
Beacon light switch.
Is on.
Okay.
Before start checks complete.
Complicated? Not really. I'm flying essentially a default plane right now. It's not really, but it's not too complicated, really. And there's plenty of tutorials out there in the interwebs. Alright. We don't need pushback to get out of here, so we can just go straight to starting the flight. Alright. Before start checks are complete, I'm going to start engine 2
We're ready
first.
to kick the tires and light the fires.
Alright. Start engine 2. Go stable. Start number 1. Alright, 1 stable. Hydraulics on. Gen's on. APU gen off. I'll leave the APU itself on for now. We are climbing back into icing, so I'm going to turn all this on. Leads to engine. After start checks.
After start checks.
Okay. After start checks. Generator control switches on. Pitot heat on. Anti-ice on. Bleed air checked. After start checks complete.
Alright, flight control check. Full left. Good. Alright. Good. Go forward. Good. Go back. Good. Rudder left. Good. Rudder right. And we're good. Flight control check is good. Trim is set 3.0 up. Alright, parking brakes off.
Parking brake off.
Taxi light is on. Just gonna pull forward a little bit. Make sure we clear this ground equipment. Yellowstone traffic, SkyWest 4306, taxiing runway 19 at Yellowstone. Alright, we'll clear the ramp. Flaps 8 or 10.
Flaps 10.
Taxi checks.
Taxi checks.
Okay. Taxi checks. Taxi light switch. On. Flaps. Flaps 10. Spoilers. Idle. Flight controls. Checked. Trim. 1 unit. Checklist complete.
Alrighty. What is my takeoff speeds? What's my gross weight right now? Because it didn't tell me. Gross weight is 51.0. Have fun to be back one day. Alright, I'll look forward to seeing you back. For flaps 8 takeoff. 116, 126, 136. Have a good day. Slava Ukraine. I don't know what that means. Seat the flight attendants.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
Okay, before takeoff checks.
Okay. Before takeoff checks.
Oh yeah, I do. I know what's
Takeoff
going on. I just didn't know what
Set.
Slava Ukraine meant.
Ignition. Continuous. Flight attendants. Notified. External lights. On. Checklist complete.
Micro lights on. Continuous. Alright, goodbye. Have a good one. Runway and final is clear. Lights. Yellowstone traffic, SkyWest 4306, taking off runway 19 at Yellowstone. No controllers online.
Approaching 19.
Runway is verified.
On runway 19.
Engine check. Green. Takeoff. Power set.
Airspeed active.
You're up.
Gear going up.
Gear up.
Gear up and locked.
Thank you.
Flaps up.
Flaps up.
After takeoff checks.
After takeoff checks.
Okay, after takeoff checks. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. Flaps up. Taxi light switch.
I'll turn the
Off.
autopilot on.
Logo lights. Off. Checklist complete.
Alright. Yeah, we're out climbing, so we can go. We can skip the turnaround at Targi. Just go straight to the next waypoint. Is that my phone? A message came from Twitch. I know I can do that, Twitch. Thank you. Telling me a notification about 5 years after I needed it. Alrighty, climbing on up. Controllers online? Nope. Coming up to 15,000. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate to climb speed 270. Alright, we can turn APU and engine ignition off.
Climb checks.
Okay, climb checks. Landing lights. Off. Pressurization. Check. Autopilot. On. Climb checks complete.
Alright, we'll be looking at Mach 0.8, which we're probably not going to get to. everything's nice and stable. Controllers online. Real quick, I'm gonna look on SimAware, see what's in front of us. Nothing. A lot of nothing. That's what's in front of us. There's a way to like set an alarm if the bit rate drops below a certain amount, because I'm pretty sure what keeps happening is the bit rate will drop below what it's supposed to be for just long enough that Twitch thinks the stream has ended when it hadn't. I've got to figure out why. There's got to be a way where it must have something. It must have something to do with timing out. I'll investigate those settings after the stream. See, my bitrate right now is just 3. Now it's 2.4, now it's 2.7. It fluctuates so goddamn much. Figures it's just dropping the connection. Well, 3,000 feet to go. Alright, I need to get the plate for our arrival into Salt Lake. Alright, and it was the North 6, I believe, was our arrival. Nordic 6. Alright. Nordic 6. From DBS. Landing on 3-4s probably still. Salt Lake. Yep, they're still landing on the 3-4s. 4 left, landing north, expect 190 at Carter. Alright, 190 at Carter. Nothing at Nordic. And then seat it 15,000. 911 and Nitty 11. nothing at Cedar. Alrighty then. And we are just climbing on up. About to level off, 1,000 to go. Crossing EPS, what was our fuel supposed to be? We were dispatched at 6.6.